Good evening, everybody. This is Blockchain Bullz, and today we are going to look at some altcoin buys that could really pay off in the proper environment. Now, full disclosure before we get into this, we are kind of at a go big or go home moment. I think we're 75% bullish. There is a 25% potential that we start to downgrade from here. But what I'm saying is I feel as though it's a 3-to-1 odds that we remain bullish, but I'm giving it a little bit of a window saying that things could change. So with that being said, when I dive in here and show you guys these altcoins that I'm going to show you, it's if the sentiment for the overall market remains bullish, these altcoins can really make you some serious freaking money. And we've seen that before. So what we're going to try and do is position ourselves for a next run where we're going to be in a green sea, right? Right now we're in a red sea. We've seen that all dang day. It's been really frustrating. Last 4 days has been really boring. And unless you held Doge or XRP, it's really been kind of boring for about a week and a half. So here we go. We got Trev, we got Trenton, we got Billy Bong Thornton, nice name there. We got Jan, he's in the house. You guys can show me your guys' altcoins and I'll do some research, because the list that I'm going to show you guys where you can also do some additional research outside of my list, and I'm going to show you guys some other things going on. So welcome to Blockchain Bullz, all you new subscribers and everyone who already subscribes. You guys got to turn on that bell if you guys want to tune in live to these live streams. I don't know when the best time to go live is for you guys, but like EX Westland says, smash up them likes, guys. Get it out to a large audience. We're already growing this one up to 44 viewers, and it just keeps going up. I'm watching 9 likes already. So one of the things I wanted to show you guys is popular watch lists. If you guys go on a coin market cap, you guys can get some additional research done this way, because I know you guys always are looking for ways to research coins so that you guys can jump into these chats and show us your guys' gems so that we can take it out to a larger audience. Well, if you go in here and you go under popular, you can see some of these lists. Well, one of the lists that I would say you guys could probably check out is going to be Pantera Capital. So Pantera, they're someone that you may want to consider following, but understanding who they're following, going through their list and seeing if any of these stand out to you. You know, obviously they've got 1inch on there. I'm not on all of these projects, but Dodo, I'm not into that one. I do have Wax P. I have some Kin. A lot of you guys like INJ. Now I'm going to do some more in-depth. Reviewing. But if you go into some of these lists from these Pantera Capital, these institutions, and you go all the way to the bottom, you might find something very interesting, like Power Trade. So this is on Pantera Capital's list. It's a super low cap gem, or well, a super low cap project. I'm not going to call it a gem just yet, but I'm saying you could go in there and review why did it end up on there, and what are these low cappers, what kind of potential they have. You can see True Flip here. Now this is just one list, and I'm going to show you some more lists too. We also have a list, Blockchain Bullz. You guys can go to our Twitter right there, and at the very top, it is pinned to the top of the Twitter. There was another one that I wanted to show you. There was Coinbase. Let's see here. So they've got all the Coinbase assets. You guys can look at that. I mean, that's not really anything too interesting. Which ones am I following? Here's the one. Oh, Coinbase Ventures. Okay, so if you go in here and you look around, you can see what Coinbase Ventures. But if we're looking for low caps, I mean, we could get a couple mid caps off this, like Reserve Rights, Cello. But if we go to lower, you can see Audio. You guys like that project, right? So, you know, if we go, this is kind of a low cap. This is a low cap possible coin to invest in. Coinbase Capital is invested in it, or Coinbase Ventures is invested in it. That tells you something. And I don't even really know what this rally is. But if we just look at Audius, let's just take a look. Do any of you guys hold any Audius? I wanted to show you guys how to be able to do this, because when you guys come onto these live feeds, you guys are going to start really showing us some of the top projects. But this might be a good opportunity to step into something, knowing that Coinbase Ventures is already tracking this one. They're behind it. You know, it is streaming. You can see with the NFTs and music, this could all kind of come together at some point in time. So something like this, where would you pick it up? Okay. Binance, Uniswap, Hotbit over there. Thanks to everyone who's hitting the likes. I see all you guys' comments coming in. Good evening, Cryptocratus. Where's everyone tuning in from? Jason says, audience is fantastic right now. Yeah, I mean, this is what we're looking for, right? We're looking to get into some of these projects that are about to take off to the moon, right? And so if you want to look at some of the ones that I've recently added to the list of coins that you should check out. Now, this one is on a pump, but rightfully so. And I'm not so convinced that it's going to slow down in the long term. I think long term this has potential. It's called Superbid. I was kind of holding off on it, but I really like what they're working on. And you could see connecting fans with thousands of influencer-led auctions for items, experiences, and NFTs. So they're kind of taking it one level above the marketplace concept, because there's so many NFT marketplaces that's getting out of hand. They can't all be the next Sandbox. They can't all be the next Super Farm. There's going to have to be, like, you know, some sort of weeding out of all these. So something that's doing marketplace opportunity but one-upping it. And that's what's really coming down to in this market, is you've got to do more than just the regular work, right? You got to go above and beyond. You got to do something revolutionary. Basically, you've got to solve a problem. And that's what we're looking for with these projects, right? Okay, Austin, Texas in the house. What happened, James? That's weird, James. I don't know why they would do that. Yes, Bitcoin has dropped a bit tonight, but what else is new? I mean, if you're in crypto, you know that this kind of stuff does happen regularly. That's why it's really important to have a very mature perspective on things, because you know, when that kind of stuff happens, you're in position to possibly buy. But we do know that, yes, actually, David, you are correct. It did take quite a bit of a dump just now, actually. When I started the live feed, it was down around 54. So now it is at, when did this happen? Yeah, we were at 54 at 6:49 my time. And then it just happened about, yeah. Look at that. So there is some sell-off happening. We could see that the Bitcoin dominance is dropping. And one would think that some of that Bitcoin dominance, some of that Bitcoin capital would pour over into altcoins. In a perfect scenario looks like this. The Bitcoin goes down in price, becomes really appealing to institutions. So institutions are like, great, I can finally buy Bitcoin on sale. And what happens to the Bitcoin capital that's already been in there, they're taking profits, and instead of going into fiat, which, you know, I don't know why they would want to do that, especially in an inflationary era, they would just go into some lower market cap altcoins, right? So the sellers of Bitcoin, they're on the sidelines right now, and maybe they start taking some of that profit from Bitcoin and go into altcoins. And then what happens is they create a perfect opportunity for buyers, for institutions to come into Bitcoin, and then they buy it up, and then we start soaring again, and then Bitcoin pushes, and this time the altcoins are on board soaring with that. So again, when I started the video, I did say that right now I feel as though we're in a 3-1 ratio here. I'm 3%. I'm 3 times bullish, one times bearish. What I'm saying is, I think 75% chance we stay bearish, 25% are bullish, 75% chance we stay bullish, 25% chance we go bearish. And that's just because we are seeing a breakdown of Bitcoin. But the overall market cap hasn't really sold off for the entire market, and that's what has me still fairly confident that this cycle is still on board. Because you could see right here would be a low if we got ever down to 1.6 trillion as a market cap, because right now we're at 1.9. So if we broke this support at $1.6 trillion market cap overall, then the sentiment may be looking a little bit different. But to say that $64,000 was the Bitcoin top on this one, that's going to be a tough one to subscribe to at this particular moment. I see all the new subscribers, speaking of those guys, and thanks to 30 people who already hit the like button. What's up with the new Coinbase fourth token? Oh, okay, I got a super chat coming in from PolkaFoundry. Is super bullish getting partnerships every single week in IDO Launchpad? Yeah, I do like I did like what I saw with PolkaFoundry. I didn't do full-blown research with them, but we could take a look right now. we do have to have a mature outlook on things. Wow, that's a low market cap, but fully diluted. So they haven't released. They've maybe released 5% of their supply. Wow. Oh man, where were they? Not too long ago, they were only $1.09. So they went up and then they pulled back. But let's take a look at PolkaFoundry and see the one-stop production hub for DeFi and NFT applications on Polkadot. PolkaFoundry is a platform for creating borderless and frictionless DeFi and NFT apps. It is designed to unleash developers to explore new horizons. So it's for developers? That's okay. So they're basically creating a platform for developers. Wow. This is super low cap for what it's doing. Yeah, this is I don't know much about the team, and if they pull off what they're trying to do, this is a massive project. This is a sleeping giant right here, this PolkaFoundry. Crypto Kratos says, take a look at NOIA. Let me take a look. NOIA. Oh, I did look at Syntropi. This one was a solid pick. This one was solid when I took a look at it. I was amazed. I mean, this one, this is another one of those projects. I mean, yeah, you guys are getting, I've noticed that the super chats, people who super chat definitely, they definitely bring in the more quality projects. I don't know what that is, but I meant to like this one earlier, but check this one out, guys. So we were looking at this. This is connecting internet into one, secure to optimize internet for all. Let me see here. So this is where we need to go. Syntropi transforms the public internet into a secure and user-centric internet where encryption and optimized performance are built in and automatically enabled for anything and everything connected to it. So you could go right through here to the technology. Our technology is compatible with the current internet, yet allows for the complete utilization of resources. It removes bottlenecks and limitations. We talked about that the other day. But this project right here was, I mean, I was like, oh, dang. Let me see. There was something about it that caught my attention. He says they just, oh, that's what it was. They're working with Starlink, with Elon Musk, space satellite internet service providers sitting on 0.70 right now with an all-time high of 80, load up, hodl, or pass. Yeah, that's and we did confirm yesterday if it was actually legit news that they were really working with SpaceX and Starlink. And according to their Twitter, they did tweet that. Now, we got to go confirm if they haven't deleted that yet, if that was real. They're in Gibraltar, which is south of Spain. Let's see if they actually held that. Here, yeah. Next week, we'll be testing a DARP node on SpaceX Starlink. Our network can use nearly any device or infrastructure to find faster pathways for your internet traffic using NOIA token. We'll share early results after testing. Cheers, at Elon Musk. So, yeah, this project definitely came up on the radar. And if you look at the price action, so I don't really pay attention to this price because that's not the bread and butter. Your bread and butter, what you need to be paying attention to, is the fully diluted market cap and then the overall market cap. Just in case you guys don't know the difference between fully diluted market cap and market cap. When they say it's fully diluted, they mean all of the tokens that are set to be in supply, which is 1 billion, right? Right now it's at 37%. They have 368 million tokens in supply. Okay? So they haven't created all of their tokens that are yet to be created. But when they do, their total market cap at the current rate would be $758 million. But because they haven't created all of them, it's 279 million. Does that make sense? Hopefully that clears the air on everything that people were trying to know. But where would you pick up something like Syntropi? Not the easiest thing to say. But KuCoin would probably be easiest for people who don't know how to use wrapped ETH with Uniswap. Okay, so some of my other picks that I was looking at, that we did have some big news coming out with OVR, and we talked about this yesterday on the last live stream, that the Reuters was talking about the land. So how digital land is actually a thing. But OVR, we're thrilled to announce that today the beta version of WebGL Builder is finally out. A huge step in the realization of the OVR vision. So the thing that I really like about a project like OVR, they're very active. They're building. They're not sitting around kind of talking a big game. These guys are actually working. And so because I see that, they've got me, I'm locked in with this project. So I'm happy about it. And it's obviously it's on a dip. And so if you look at where it was, I mean, you would have liked to get into it when it was 13 cents, 18 cents, blah, blah, blah. But it was recently as high as $3. So now you're getting it for half off. It's all-time high. So that could be a really good opportunity for buyers. So this other one that I'm really bullish on, and I've talked about it a couple times, and it hasn't really had its moment to shine. And that's okay because we know that it does take time for things to take off. But it's been as high as $1.17. It's called Fractal. Okay. It does have a $328 million fully diluted market cap with a market cap right now at 11.7 million. Okay. Where would you pick up Fractal before we get into this? 1 inch. I did pick it up actually on Uniswap, so I thought I'd put that out there. We found OVR through this community. This community found OVR. Dinesh found it. So here you go with Fractal. Don't pay for the internet with your personal privacy. Building an open source protocol for exchanging data in a fair and open way. The internet has a big problem. 60% of the market for your data is controlled by a duopoly. We know who the big guys are that control our data, and they basically sell it to you like this. They're like, oh, we give you a free service, so that's why we need to use all your data. Yeah, Ad tech costs or unattributed web traffic is 28% bots. Could you imagine being an advertiser knowing that 28% of your ads are getting shown to internet robots? Thanks to the 49 people who hit the likes and 166 people who are already watching, and the new subscribers. I see you guys, and all of our returning subscribers. I see pump the likes, only 50 right now. Help pump the algorithm, says Cryptocratus. Let's see. Someone else said they like OVR. They got in at 39 cents. I'll take a look at Heather. Thoughts on Blank Wallet? I have to look at Blank Wallet. I think I looked at it before. So this Fractal here, you could see, go on here on their website and listen to this interview here. If you're going to consider getting into Fractal, a project that I'm personally invested in, and like I said, it's definitely on a dip, and it's due for a moonshot, straight up. I mean, this is a solid project. You go on here, you know, you might only need a few of these tokens, and you could just kind of chill on the sidelines until they take off, and then you flip and go into something lower. But go on here to their website and listen to this podcast when you're in the car, when you're going for a walk. Listen to what they're talking about. See if you can wrap your mind around it. This is a higher cap project. We've talked about it a couple times. Algorand, it has been a strong performer. If you need some exposure to staking, this project right here really does great with that. Let me see if I can fix something here. There we go. I had to move the screen over. But Algorand is a project that is really easy to stake on Coinbase and other platforms, and it's a solid project. If you wanted to see what they're working on, you could go to their website. They got the Algorand Foundation, building the borderless economy. I mean, this is something that's really big. They actually are an MIT. They're led by an MIT developer. MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, is one of the leaders in blockchain technology, but they're actually now located out of Singapore. It's really sad that American companies have to go overseas because of the amount of red tape and legislation that's in the over legislation and over regulation that there is in the United States. You can't even really, it's like you're handcuffed out here, so you got to go overseas to like Malta or the Cayman Islands or Singapore. Singapore is a great place, but I did notice that Algorand had to move their location because it's just too much red tape here in the United States. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's a big country, but it is actually a Massachusetts Institute of Technology project just headquartered in Singapore for probably legal safety. Okay, we got another super chat coming in. OneLedger is one. It's on its own DEX. Oh, really? Let's take a look at OneLedger. Okay, looking. Wow, that is a low cap. My gosh, that is a low cap. Okay, so it's a blockchain as a service BaaS solutions company that uses its own blockchain technology to support its customers' blockchain needs. This is enterprise connectivity, so bridging centralized and decentralized networks together to bring businesses to Web 3.0. See, if projects like this get picked up by IBM or Microsoft or Boeing or some of these other projects, because it's an enterprise level solution, and a lot of these major corporations, they're looking to get into blockchain, they need enterprise solutions like OneLedger. Now, assuming OneLedger has some really intelligent people behind it, this thing could be a juggernaut. It's just a sleeping juggernaut. Again, they have a Canadian office in Toronto, but their global headquarters is out of Barbados because Canada has a lot of red tape also. So this is a Canadian project, it looks like. So thank you for exposing us to this one. All right, so now we're going to look at the other project that I had on the list, which was GraphLink. Now, I personally don't hold any GraphLink, but if there was a project that I was going to probably be getting into right now, it would be this GraphLink here. You could see the chart looks really good for a buyer. If you're a buyer, down here at 5 cents, off of a high at 9 cents, you're getting it half off right now, and take a look at GraphLink. Does anyone out there hold any GraphLink? You'll see why. But if you guys know the project on Coinbase called The Graph, these guys are basically doing what they're doing, and who knows, maybe they could become better than GraphLink. They could do GraphLink better or the Graph better, so we'll see. But it's basically a central interface, so you can see it works with Ethereum, Telegram. But they're just saying that these are some ideas of how it works, but they're at the center of all of this, kind of like Amazon AWS. So something like this, I think, is undervalued, especially when it's sitting at a $24 million fully diluted market cap. That's what got my attention. I was like, really? I still don't know why I haven't bought any of it. I just need to. I mean, it's just a matter of me trying to figure out what position I have to exit. There are a couple that I'm ready to exit because I'm willing to take my losses on and go into something that is going to move. James says, Elan might be a scam. I got muted asking this, but the top 5 wallet has no history of buying tokens, but has been selling in increments daily. Wow, I don't know. We have to. I mean, some of these low caps they could be a little bit bizarre. Eland, that'd be a shame if they end up not being legit, but hopefully I don't know. You know, as far as these projects that get out there and they talk a big game and then they just plan to defraud investors, that's terrible. And so I don't know. I mean, I don't think you're lying about that, and they shouldn't have silenced you, but I still hold my Eland for now. We'll see. How do you feel about Save Planet Earth? I feel fine about it. Why you say that, Xavier? Is that a project? I mean, I don't know if you're saying save. Oh, it is a project. Wow. Okay, there we go. What are they? Oh, wow, that's a heck of a chart right there. I'm not even gonna take that one too serious. RAM. Someone gave a super chat for Ramify Protocol. Thanks to 68 people who hit the like button, and I hear you, James. You know, that we have to take a look at that more in detail. I'll pay more attention to that. Thank you, James. RAM. Let me take a look here. It'd be great if Elan would reach out to me so we can clear the air on that, because, you know, what's this? Inflation immune dynamic money. Well, that's good. I don't think anyone likes inflation, especially when, well, you can like inflation if you buy low and then it inflates. Like if you buy a house and it goes up in price because the houses in the area went up, that's a pretty good case of inflation. But if you're a buyer, it's not good to inflate. So there's always a give and take in that. But most people don't like inflation if they're trying to deal with a stable currency. So I see what they're trying to do. Is this a coin or is this a token? It's a token. All right, so people are asking about SafeMoon. Is it a scam? Well, here's the thing, okay? I was doing some research on SafeMoon, and I wasn't really impressed with what I saw. I was not really impressed with what I saw at all. They are. I would not invest in this, and if I was, I would not. I would be gambling if I was to invest in SafeMoon. So I went in there. I saw their team. For one, how do you take a team this serious? Like, I mean, I'm wearing a ball cap like this, and but I'm not. You know, that's if I'm doing if I'm a seven. What was their market cap, like 7 billion at some point? Let me see. What was SafeMoon? If I'm a $7 billion operation, or I've taken in tons of money, I'm not putting my picture on the website of me in a ball cap. You know, it's a $4 billion project. So, I mean, at least on your website, you got to have some professionalism. And so when I saw that, that was kind of a red flag. Then, you know, I was looking at some other things. I mean, it didn't back out. I listened to this interview with this guy. But I don't know. I'm not gonna pass early judgment. But then we saw BitBoy Crypto. I don't know if you guys follow BitBoy Crypto on Twitter, but he showed something that was quite telling. So he's at, I don't know where he's at right now, but he's at the Miami Crypto Expo. He found the SafeMoon booth. So this is the SafeMoon booth. They've got some sort of alcoholic beverage here, sloppy. So I mean, how do you take a project like that serious? I don't know if you can. So SafeMoon, the name, the crowd that's involved in it, it's like it doesn't appeal to me. So I'm not calling it a scam, but I'm saying it doesn't appeal to me, and I'll stick to that. TLOS. Let me take a look at this. TLOS. By the way, if you drink alcohol, that's fine. It's just when you're in a professional setting and you're in a professional environment at an expo, at a conference, you want to be putting your best foot forward. Yes, you do got to dress up. You got to play the part. And if you look like a scrub, people aren't going to take you serious, and that's not who you want representing your money when you're making an investment. So here's Telos. This looks interesting. It's live on PancakeSwap, focused on real-world use and adoption. Build blockchain into your apps. Okay. Fast, scalable, decentralized finance is here with Telos. I mean, they're saying they're visionary trailblazers, but I don't hear anything really too visionary or trailblazing on here as of yet. Telos-based tokens, NFTs, and smart contracts are already used for DeFi, gaming, social media amongst a backdrop. So here's the thing. They didn't create the smart contracts. They're not the creator of NFTs. They're not the creator of DeFi. They're not the creator of social media, and they're not the creator of gaming. So what I want to know if I'm going to invest in these guys, if they're going to call themselves visionary trailblazers, what exactly are they doing that's trailblazing? Because once I know that, then I can get excited. But as of right now, this project just kind of blends in with many other projects doing the exact same thing. Could it be a doozy? Yeah, I mean, it's a low capper. It's not like you're going to be losing too much of your money if you're getting into this thing. I mean, it was as high as 36 cents sitting at 13 cents, so you're basically getting it 3 times off. Hacking ecosystem. Let me take a look at that one. Okay. I see you guys out there. OMI. I'll take a look at OMI. We already talked about OVR and their big news that they just had. Yes, we did. We also have talked about PolkaFoundry. We've talked about Audius on this chat. Like I said, if you guys are liking these live streams and you want to get in early, you got to turn on that bell. If you don't have the bell on, you won't get the YouTube doesn't send out the notifications. Also, if you don't like the videos, it's like you're just telling YouTube that you didn't like the video. So when you like the video, it tells YouTube, yeah, let me know when these guys are going live, when the community's out there. We've got 326 people watching right now. 96 people hit the likes. We've got lots of comments coming in, so that's why we're getting so much reach right now. So when you interact, when you comment, when you turn on the bell, that's when you get notified, so you won't miss anything that's been said in the community. So let's take a look at Hacking.ai. Oh, okay. Improving this personal security with a simple interactive tool. So they do have a working app. It looks like. I haven't never downloaded it. But it's on the Apple Store and it's on Google Play. Your Essential Cybersecurity Suite. Okay. What's this? A unique educational program on the main cybersecurity topics. Oh. So what? This is like a school? This is like a... these guys are they're doing something educational. What? This is kind of interesting. I have to look into this a little bit more. This could really be interesting. It's been as high as 44 cents, sitting at 24 cents, $80 million market cap. I like this one. Who shilled this one out here? I'll have to take a lot. I like it because I can take a look at it. Well, we've got a lot of comments coming in. I'm going to try and catch up to these super chats right now. But yeah, this one definitely going to be adding it to my watch list, and I got to do research on it, which I got to do more research consistently. We took a look at this one before, and I can't remember what it was. On-chain cybersecurity protocol with trustless oracles preventing hacker attacks. Sounds good. There was something that threw me off previously. Let's take a look at their Twitter and see. Who do I know that's following these guys? Ivan on Tech. They don't tweet too much. They don't tweet enough. They don't keep us updated enough. But they're definitely a low cap. I mean, that's a very low cap. So something definitely to consider with that. Ecofi? What is Ecofi? Where is that? Is it on CoinGecko? Okay, it's not on. We don't. Well, low trading volume. We don't know the market cap just yet. Thanks to 119 people who hit the like button. I see your guys' comments coming in. People asking about SafeMoon. Oh, you can mine happy with your cell phone? I don't know. People say Supo is BitBoy 2.0. He pumps and dumps. Supo's been around a lot longer than BitBoy. Superman has been around for a long time. I mean, Superman was making videos in the summer of 2017, well before BitBoy's channel was even created. Superman, he's an OG. He doesn't get them all right, but he's no dummy. I will say that about him. And as far as whether or not, you know, you feel like he's BSing you, well, I mean, see through the BS and, you know, cherry pick the good stuff out of him, right? Get the goods from him, but he's no dummy. I'll say that. The man is no dummy. You don't have to like a guy to learn from him, right? I mean, that's the way I feel about it. And I don't have any ill feelings towards Superman at all. But Ecofi, do I feel like he doesn't always disclose things? Possibly, I don't know. You know, if he gets a sponsorship and he doesn't reveal that, I don't know. People have said that. The economic engine powering next-gen DeFi and NFT. We are working feverishly to deploy our new smart contract. Stay tuned. Our updated site will be released. What am I looking at here? We're available on Uniswap. So I'm looking at this, but I'm not seeing exactly what it is they do. We think the financial systems need some changes too. I could write that. I mean, there's nothing on this one that's really too interesting. Sorry. I wanted to say some positive things for you, but I can't when there's nothing positive to say. I mean, they didn't say anything of value on that one. Mark says, we bears are now in full control over the markets. Scamdemic will crush 2021 bull run. Mask. What? Whoa. Holy mackerel. That was, I didn't know I was reading that. That one caught me off guard. I got to filter what I'm reading here. But yeah, we're not going to do conspiracy theories here on these videos. Number one is YouTube doesn't like that. That's one good reason. Okay, the people talking about SafeMoon. We've talked about SafeMoon a couple times. Save your breath. Save your breath on SafeMoon. It's just not going to happen. Here's something that I want to share with you guys. Do you guys follow Pomp on Twitter? He shared some interesting information, like Jarrell Air. right here, Jeremy Allaire, right here, CEO of Circle. He had some really interesting things. I would like to play it, but I don't know how that works with being able to play that on copyright and all that. But it's a pretty good video here to watch. He's very bullish on digital assets long term. And then we saw Michael Saylor taking on Neil Jacobs in a Bitcoin versus gold debate, where Michael Saylor basically made some interesting points, but you could see a quote that was taken from it was "Gold invites violence." It's a 2-minute clip. You can pick it up on Pomp's Twitter. But basically he was saying that many wars throughout time, whether it be the Spanish conquistadors coming over here, you know why they call it Puerto Rico, Port of Riches. That was where they basically were, once they would get the gold from the New World out of the Middle America, Central America, the Mesoamerica, if you want to call it that, they would go through San Juan on their way back to Spain. And that's why in the Caribbean there's so much sunken treasure, and you had all those pirates, right? But most of that stuff was basically revolving around gold. So what he's saying is gold, it translates to wars. I mean, there's been countless wars fought over gold, but how can you fight over something that's not tangible, that's in cyberspace? I mean, what are you going to do, steal someone's private key? I guess that's the case that he's making. What is this? What are you guys saying? Travis said Michael Saylor lost that debate. I haven't watched the full one yet, but now you got me wanting to watch it. It's on Stansberry Research. But this 2-minute and 15-second comment, I definitely like when people are not so caught up in euphoria that they don't have a problem saying when something's not working out, when someone loses. Even if it's the person they agree with. You know, it's like, hey, if Tom Brady doesn't play a good game and I'm a Bucks fan, I'm not going to say that he played a good game when he didn't, right? Well, I'm a Cardinals fan, by the way. But look at this. Bloomberg just tweeted this. Crypto billionaires will transform philanthropy. Traditional causes may recede as the newly wealthy focus on weird standalone projects. Okay. This is something that we've talked about with Bitcoin cryptocurrency before, where we kind of took a look at how young people, so what you have is you have really old money, right? Old money is baby boomers, for example. Baby boomers are tired, they're exhausted, they're not motivated, they're not passionate. Why? Because they know they only have 10 to 20 years left tops, right? If you're 80 years old, you look at you look at the legislators. We don't need to name all of them, but you know who they are. You've got plenty of them in California. They're 82 years old. The president of the United States right now is 79. Do you think that guy is thinking 20 years forward? No, he's in the now, because he's not thinking about what's best for the future. Because the way a lot of the boomers think, and I've talked to them, including people in my own family, they say, oh, I'll be long gone by the time that happens. What they're basically saying is, there's a problem that's coming, but I'll be long gone and you guys will have to deal with it. But it's like, that's kind of unfair, because it's like, well, you guys have all the power over stopping that problem, but you're not doing anything to stop the problem. So in comes cryptocurrency, digital assets, and the opportunity to do a wealth transfer from the old tired money that doesn't have a vested interest in the future because they don't have to live in that world. So crypto comes along and they're printing money and it's siphoning out, and it's like it's actually better to stake crypto than it is to hold fiat in the bank, because the interest that you get paid in the banks is nothing compared to the staking interest you get for staking crypto. Now, obviously, it depends on whether or not this asset class remains bullish, and it should by all accounts, assuming we calm down a lot of the Doge hysteria and the things that shouldn't go. The joking coins, those actually make a mockery of cryptocurrency, but they do lead to more adoption. I'm just saying that we do have to take this stuff very serious, because suit and ties are required in this world. You can't just be a joker wearing this kind of hat, a Hurley hat, and shorts, and sneakers and go into a conference as a banker. You ever watch the World Economic Forum conferences on C-SPAN? Those guys are suit and ties. They take their work very serious. It's not a joke to them. So when cryptocurrency enthusiasts, digital asset evangelists are going to talk to the bigwigs and be taken seriously, they need to dress the part. We all do, okay? So yeah, on the weekends when you're not at work, that's one thing. But when you're going to these conferences and they're showing out, they need to be putting their best foot forward and being taken serious. So that's something to keep an eye on. I see people talking about gold. Okay, here's one. M. Libo says, people have fought over gold and silver because it's been a true store of value for 5,000 years. And yes, I'd like to fight the a-hole that stole tokens from my wallet. Even exchanges like Binance lose tokens. Yeah, okay. I mean, I was on, I had some tokens back in 2018 on Cryptopia when they got taken down, whatever happened to them. And then Trade Satoshi, this was back before you had like legitimate, opportunities to store some of these coins. Like coins, not necessarily tokens, ERC20 tokens. And Trade Satoshi went under. They took all my money there. Now that's why you don't keep your coins or your tokens on exchanges. But that was the old saying. Nowadays, Coinbase has a system where they have like a vault. If you're going to store your coins on Coinbase, you'll want to use the vault. Now, why would you want to use the vault? Because in order for those Bitcoin or those Ethereum to get unvaulted, it takes 48 hours. So you would be notified. You have basically 48 hours to say, hey, stop that transaction. And assuming you pay attention to your stuff, you'll be able to stop that transaction where the Bitcoin are coming out of the vault on Coinbase. I found that to be a more higher level solution to holding your coins on an exchange should you need to do that. People are saying Ethereum Classic, thoughts on... I stay away from Ethereum Classic, but people like even Grayscale, Barry, he was tweeting about Ethereum Classic. I would, if I'm going to get into anything, I'm just going to get into regular old Ethereum. I think people also accidentally buy Ethereum Classic thinking it is the main Ethereum. So I don't see a utility in this, although it has gone up a lot. I mean, I had Ethereum Classic at $11 for a long time. It was just pinned in between 11 and 15. And then here recently it finally took off, but I had already sold it. But, I mean, if it goes up, great. We'll see. Lots of comments coming in. Don't you want to buy while they inflate if prices go down? Which one are you talking about? Someone keeps saying check VRA. Veracity, but you need to... We're getting a lot of spam in here. It's squeezing out all the good stuff. Thanks to 137 people who hit the likes. Now we're at 393 viewers. Let me see. I got a question for you guys. Where's everyone tuning in from? Let's hit the location check. We need to know where everyone's tuning in from. Hit me with it. I would appreciate if you could check LTO. So first of all, I'm not going to look up this Orion because I'm being spammed by these Orion guys. And if you guys stop doing it, if you guys stop spamming the chat with Orion, I will take a look. Okay? All right. This Yeet, he got to go. Dude, that is crazy. That guy was going nuts. Sorry about that, guys. All right, we got Florida, California, Vancouver, San Diego, Central Utah, Atlanta, Boston, Houston, BC, Canada, Atlanta, Georgia, Hawaii, Polar Express, New Mexico. Where's Polar Express? Los Angeles, Decentraland. All right. AZ, Ampleforth Governance. That's where you're at, huh? India. Porterville, Boston, Germany, Toronto, India, Los Angeles, Vancouver, New Jersey. Okay, the reason I'm not looking at Orion is because you guys are spamming this chat. And when people do that, it upsets the entire community. Everyone else in the community doesn't want to see you guys just spamming a chat. I'll look at Orion for you guys, but please don't ever do that again because it's not a good look for the project. This could be the greatest project in the world, but when you guys go on there and spam, Brazil in the house. Someone says they're at my mom's house. at the core of Orion protocol is the ORN token, okay? This one here, I don't know how I feel about it because I just got spammed by the entire community of Orion there. I want to say things, it does look like a decent project, but they shouldn't have done that to the community here. But it's okay, we forgive them. LTO, I'll look at LTO. All right, so what coins are you guys buying right now? He says he just smashed the likes. Yeah, we're at 156. If you guys want me to keep going, smash the likes and we'll keep doing this. We're already at 45 minutes in. Oh, they're out of Europe, huh? Yeah, super chats take the priority. That's why we always look at the super chat stuff. Also, we've discovered that when someone gives a super chat, it's more like valid projects that we get out of super chats than we get when someone just comes in here and they're like, some guy tweets out, hey, this project's on live stream right now. Go over there and shill our coin to them. That's what they do. I've seen it because I got tagged in a couple of them where they were like, Blockchain Bullz is live right now. Go tell them about our coin. And that's why we get so many of these people coming in here doing that. Okay, everyone. Okay, so is anyone buying Cardano right now? Okay, someone is shilling VRA very ferociously right now. So, oh man, VRA. Let me take a look. Yeah, Veracity, we've looked at it. Do I have a position in VRA? I think I do. I know I have one in AIOZ. I don't know if I actually bought this one though. All right, so let's ask people in the community here what their most bullish position is. If we go into the top 10, we've got top 10 coins right here, right now. If you're going to Mama and you're telling her to buy anything, which one is it going to be? You're telling her to buy Bitcoin? Oh, Bitcoin was at 52, now it's at 54, so it's bouncing around. It's like, Bitcoin's like pinballing around. They've got buyers. We definitely get buyers when we get sellers. As we talked about earlier in the video, as you guys tell me which ones you guys think are going to be the best buys in the top 10, let me just get that done and then I'll share my next thoughts. Bitcoin, ETH, Binance Coin, XRP, Cardano, Dogecoin, Polkadot, Uniswap, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. I put Bitcoin Cash in there because Tether doesn't count. Okay, so it looks like we got DOT, ADA, Ethereum, XRP, ADA, DOT, XRP. Tell your mom to buy Tether. Well, what's the staking rewards with Tether? Maybe it's better than staking. I have seen stable coins that are better. It's better to hold a stable coin than it is to hold USD in your bank. I've seen staking rewards for stable coins just crazy. People are buying HBAR. Yeah. But yeah, so what I was saying previously on this live chat before many of you guys tuned in, by the way, if you guys are just tuning in, you want to get this thing live in the beginning because we're 48 minutes into it now, you guys got to turn on the bell. You got to turn on the bell. That's how you get notified so you catch it early. But what I said earlier in this is in a nice case, in a good case scenario, in a favorable scenario for us, Bitcoin is selling off and those profits eventually will trickle down into altcoins. So if Bitcoin trickles down, okay, it goes into some of these altcoins and the altcoins pump up. This is what we're hoping is happening or going to happen. So they could be in stable coins right now. So they go into Tether, okay. If you look at the volume for Tether, $135 billion, okay. So Tether's volume is significant, is pretty high, right? But Bitcoin, also ends up in a position where it's favorable to buy for those institutions. Institutions are like, I like Bitcoin, but I'm not buying it at 60,000. So they need to find sellers. So the market makers go out there and they try and create sellers by fudding people out of their positions, and people panic sell, whatever, or they sell, they take profits, and they're like, good, I'll sell you my Bitcoin, and I'm going to take the money that you're going to give me for the Bitcoin, and I'm going to go into some of these altcoins. We could have saw that with Doge. That could have literally happened. That's what I had suspected. Possibly Elon Musk maybe even did that, sold some of his Bitcoin and put those Bitcoin profits into Doge, because I was trying to figure out where the Doge profit was coming from, because it wasn't coming from retailers in the billions. There was hundreds of millions of dollars tops maybe that came from retail investors into Doge, but that doesn't put us anywhere close to $37 billion. So how would that have happened? Well, I could see someone was selling some Bitcoin and putting it into Doge. Can I confirm that for a fact? No, that's a theory. Okay, so that's what I would have to say about that. All right, we're going to have to get some mods in here. We've got some guys doing some crazy things. Rana, we're gonna have to put him off the channel. That guy, he comes in here and just starts chilling like crazy. Man, dude, what did they just say? Who said Bitcoin down to 44,000? Where are you guys getting that number? It's at 54. I mean, if you look at the TA on Bitcoin, and this is the amount of TA that I'll do. I don't get too big into TA. I look at support and I look at support, and so we have support right here, right? 51,000. We still haven't broken support. If we break support, the next place we'll catch support is going to be around 44,000. So whoever just said 44,000, that's what he means. If we break the $44,000 support, we end up around, well, you could say 38,000, but not likely. You would more likely come around 30,000 for support. But if we do break down there, I would imagine we would have buyers probably around the 44,000 range very ferociously. And especially if these institutions are looking to step in, they would be chomping at the bit if they got in there. You know, when you first got into Bitcoin, you're like, well, I'll buy, or whatever coin your favorite coin is, you're like, I'll buy it when it goes down. So you're like sitting there and you're waiting, but the coin never goes down. That could happen to Bitcoin, where the institutions are kind of waiting. They're like, well, we'll buy if it goes back down again, you know, but it never does. So the best way to do it typically is dollar cost average, DCA. Dollar cost averaging is where you buy, it's like you buy $200 worth of Bitcoin every single Saturday, no matter what, for the next year. Whether it's $9,000 or $100,000, you're just buying every Saturday because you're dollar cost averaging. Then at the end of the year, you look back and you're like, this was my average purchase price on Saturday for the span of 52 weeks. Okay? So, someone said 52 is likely the bottom. The thing that you got to worry about with Bitcoin tumbling out of control, spiraling down like that, is Bitcoin could take the whole market with it. That's the thing that people are mostly concerned about. That's the thing that the bulls are concerned about. Did I miss a super chat? Yeah, we had someone just coming in here and just absolutely shilling some coin. But what else is new? I mean, it's one thing to shill, but it's another thing to post it 10 times in the span of a minute. And it's the same person. That's what we're talking about. And it's funny because then they come back on this channel and they start giving us down likes. They like down like bomb the channel. Because they go to Reddit and they go to their Telegram and they're like, this guy blocked me and he said something negative about our coin. Get him. It's funny. New Cipher, this is actually a really solid project. I don't invest in it, but I know it's a solid project. Cryptographic infrastructure for privacy preserving applications. Dynamic access control, conditionally grant and revoke access to sensitive data. See, these guys are actually innovators. So they innovate in the cybersecurity protection era, proxy re-encryption. So, Jan, I'll take a look at ERN. Jan's a good guy. He's always got a lot of respect. Oh, Eternity. Okay, so we got Eternity on here. Let's take a look. Wow, it's been all the way up to $69. It's definitely on a dip. I mean, this is a nasty dip. It's not good if you bought here. Right now, if you bought here, you hate Eternity. If you're a buyer who's been waiting for an opportunity to step in Eternity, you're like, yeah, buddy, the time has come. Thanks to the 184 people who hit the like button. Okay, so we'll take a look at the website for Eternity, but this is a project that's been talked about, shilled all across the internet. Next generation ANFT collectibles. Let me see what the market cap is. 146 million, fully diluted 613. So it's been as high as a $300 million market cap upwards. You can get it on 1 inch and you can get it on Uniswap. What do we got here? SafeMoon. We already talked about SafeMoon on this channel. The reason we're not bullish on SafeMoon is because the project does not. The project would have done itself a lot better justice if they would have at least faked professionalism, but they didn't even go so far as to fake professionalism. I mean, but they don't appear professional. And when you're talking about $1 billion market cap company, a company with that kind of valuation, you know, if anything, it's a $100 million market cap project at this point. If they are professional, they don't appear to be professional on multiple different levels. It's not that I'm saying I'm better than them. It's just that if they're $1 billion project, they've got to play the part. And so right now, SafeMoon with a fully diluted market cap of around $4 billion, it's overvalued. If they clean up their act and get more professional, sure, maybe. But as far as if they're not professional, I don't take them serious, and I don't know if their tech is going to be able to pull that off, or if they're going to be able to go to conferences with the World Economic Forum or some institutional investor place where there's suit and tie guys and go in there and wow those guys, because I just don't see it happening. Could it happen? Sure, I could be way wrong. We'll see. We did get a super chat about Evado. Okay, super chat for Evado. Super chats take the precedence over everything. I do hold a bag of Evado. In terms of market cap and everything, it's solid. I mean, it's definitely a low capper. Now let's take a look at what they're building. So we saw from a technical analysis position, this is great. Fully decentralized ecosystem for performers, event organizers. You can get tickets, attend. We are working on making the event industry better. So who knows? Maybe these guys replace Ticketmaster or get partner with Ticketmaster. I would say that would probably be their best opportunity. If they can partner with Ticketmaster, that would be huge for people who invested. But you know, you can find it on Bitforex, Uniswap. Yeah. If you're going to invest, obviously do your own research. Come onto the website, watch this video, and they will tell you all you need to know in that little video there. But if you look at some of their other things, I'm not going to go over all this. That's just not what I'm going to do right now. But Eternity definitely has caught my attention. So, yes, we could take a look at Reef. Reef is a project that originally when we first started doing these lives, we were getting lots of people coming in here shilling the heck out of Reef finance. It's always been a little bit too overvalued for me to enter into it because there's plenty of other finance platforms like Plasma Finance that are very similar to this that are a lot more affordable. So from an investor perspective, I chose to go with the more affordable technical position. But this project, every time I've looked at it, it does appear to be a solid project. It's powered by Polkadot on Binance, DeFi made easy. You know, right here, Reef Chain, let's see what they're saying, is an EVM compatible chain for DeFi. It is fast scalable. It has low transaction costs, does no wasteful mining. It's built with Polkadot substrate and comes with on-chain governance. It doesn't see, this is the thing. That's what didn't make me want to buy it. It doesn't set itself apart from other finance platforms. Now let me show you guys Plasma Finance. So you can see this one has $653 billion-dollar or million-dollar market cap, fully diluted, 368 fully diluted. Now compare that to Plasma, okay? 35 million, okay? 290 million fully diluted. When you guys look at this, okay, this website, and you compare it to Reef and what they're working on, they already have an app, you know, all DeFi instruments in one dashboard. They're really solving a problem that's a big one. Portfolio management, liquidity pools, lending and borrowing, fiat on and off ramp, DEX and swap aggregator, cross-chain asset swap. This is all the information right here for you. They tell you exactly what they're doing. They're not trying to make you dig for it. They're giving it to you right there. And if you look at the technicals on it, it's a lot cheaper than refinance. So that's part of the reason that I stayed out of it, and I go with Plasma Finance over Reef if I need to invest in a financial platform. But let's see, we got DGB. I'm thinking of selling all my one and buying DGB. What's your opinion overall between the two? I don't hold either of them, but you're talking about Harmony One. $1 billion. DGB. DGB is a coin. Digibyte. It's a coin. I would say Harmony One probably has more of a future if they pull off what they're doing, being that they're a platform. Digibyte, you know, I would, you're asking me my opinion, not professional financial advice, of course, but I would stay with the Harmony position since you asked. But Digibyte is one of those, you know, when Digibyte was below 5 cents, I should have bought, but I didn't. What was your super chat, Chris? Tell me, please, so I can make it. Oh, Ocean EX. Let me take a look. Wow, look at that. Thanks to 196 people who hit the like button. You guys are helping get this video out to a large audience. If you guys don't believe me, watch. When you hit the like button, the audience grows because YouTube sends out notifications to new people, which helps the whole community who's sharing all these videos. That's why every one of your favorite YouTubers is always telling you like and comment on their videos, because that helps get the videos out there. And what we're doing as a community, we do crowdsourcing, where we take your guys' coins and we look at them in front of a large audience. So it gives exposure to the projects. That's why you get so many people who are supporting this channel by doing that. And that's why it's really important for everyone that can participate. Now, I realize if you're watching on a TV, you can't like or comment, right? So if you're watching on a TV, there's nothing you can really do. But Ocean X, is this like synthetics? They got BTC. What do they got? USD, DeFi, all pairs. What are all pairs? So this is an exchange. Digital asset exchange. Okay. What are they doing that's different than, say, Binance, though? So, or Voyager, for example. Now, I will say it's way more affordable than Voyager, but what I want to know is, how do these guys catch Voyager or excel past Voyager? Once I know that, then I'm all in on this one, because, I mean, look how cheap it is. I mean, it's so cheap, it's unbelievable. Let's see. UBA, I missed a super chat for UBA. Let me take a look at that. Unbox art. Okay, I take it this is NFT. Whoa, cheap. Okay. I can see why it's so cheap. I can see why it's so cheap here. It is super cheap. I mean, if you wanted a lotto ticket, there you go, guys. Now, I don't know anything about this project, but if you want a lotto ticket, this thing could just get lucky and pump on you, and you could double your money. But I'm that's all I have to say on that. It's a lotto ticket, and I've got enough lotto tickets right now. Oh man. Josh says he's holding Harmony One. Yeah, I mean, what would you guys do? Would you guys sell your Harmony One and go into DGB? That's what he asked. So you guys, looks like some of you guys are. Operative Ash says, I'm actually watching in TV. Oh, wow. Okay. So if we go into the top 10, I asked the question before, but since we have a whole new audience and tons of new subscribers, as I can see, lots of new subscribers coming in. So if you guys are new subscribers and you like live feeds and doing these podcasts, go ahead and hit the bell, and then you get notified every time one of these live feeds goes on so you guys can actively participate. All right, so if we're in the top 10, you're going to mom. She wants to invest in cryptocurrency. She says, hey, Johnny boy, or her daughter, Susan. Johnny or Susan, right? I don't know. Are there any ladies in the audience tonight? Seems like we got a lot of males. Lots of testosterone in the room, which makes sense because I guess I'm a guy. That's who I usually bring into crypto is males. Although I actually, most of my personal friends that are trying to get into crypto right now are females. Truth be told, I have a lot of female friends trying to get into crypto. What was on here? I still have the tag on the shirt. Okay, you're going, Susan or Johnny, mom's coming to you saying, I need to buy cryptocurrency. Actually, I had this conversation with my mom yesterday, and I was like, all right, where do I make my mom the most money? Because I'm like, this is my mom's retirement. I better not mess this up. Because if I do, then I'm going to be the one on the hook for it, right? So I'm like, well, I'm already invested in the worst case scenario, but I'm trying to help her be self-sustaining, right? Independent. Which one are you telling the mom to get into? Bitcoin? Sweet Angel. We have a lady in the house. Her name is Sweet Angel. So it turns out we have a Sweet Angel in the audience. No pun intended. That's her name. And where's everyone tuning in from? I've got a lot of people. Last time we asked, we had a lot of US. We had some India, we had some Australia, and we had some UK. But let's see where everyone else is tuning in from. Christina in the house. We have another lady tuning in. Ladies, what is your top pick? All right. Someone says they're getting chewed up by Doge. Yeah, Doge is chewing up people who bought the top. Somebody had to buy the top, and we didn't know who it was going to be, but someone had to do it. But, and Doge actually has support around 27 cents. If it breaks support, the next level of support you'll be looking for is 23 cents. And if it breaks down past there, you've got a few little areas to catch you for support around 23, 24, 18, 13. And then the real strong support for Doge is going to be around just under 10 cents. Okay, so we're going to hit everyone up where they're at. Lake Tahoe, High Rockies, Philly, U.S., someone said their top pick is Cardano for that. San Diego, Australia, New Zealand, Maine in the house, New York, Staten Island. Nice. It's getting late over there in Staten Island, isn't it? What time is it in Staten Island? India. What time is it in India? I think it's early morning. You guys are tuning in early. Pennsylvania. What do you think about Space Dragon? Wow, what a name for a coin. That is, let me guess, it's Binance. It's Binance. It's Space Dragon. Let's take a look. I gotta find out. Is this a? What do you guys think? Is it Binance or is it ERC20? I mean, the Space Dragon doesn't even have. I mean, where do I pick it up at? Unless you're just joking. There's really a project called Space Dragon. Okay. Dude, Space Dragon. Did I spell it wrong? 9 a.m. in India. Safe Galaxy. So, plenty of YouTubers are out there basically saying the same thing, and I'll tell you exactly what the consensus across people in crypto, not just YouTubers, Twitter personalities, influencers in cryptocurrency. They're saying that if something has one of these two words in it, that it's likely something you should not invest in. This is what they're saying. If it has the word safe in it or moon. And the reason they're saying that is because those two words have been synonymous with projects that have tendencies to be rug pulls. So we'll see. He means Dragon Chain. I haven't looked at Dragon Chain forever. I lost some Dragon Chain on IDEX. I still don't know how to get my. It's on some wallet. It might be on maybe like a MetaMask wallet or something. But Dragon Chain, look at this thing. This thing used to be a juggernaut, $4.93 billion back when Disney was behind it. I mean, it was huge. It was an enterprise solution. Do they even tweet anymore? Are they even active? I'll take a look here. Oh, they're active. I mean, this project was top notch. It's like Walton Chain. Who remembers Walton Chain? Walton Chain. That's not the same as Omise Go. That's a legacy coin. So is BitTorrent. So is Voyager, formerly known as Ethos. Well, it partnered with Ethos. It's not formally known as Ethos. Yeah, and Voyager is one of those projects that you could probably... I was looking at Voyager here recently. I have heard some negative things about the customer support with Voyager and whatnot, but Voyager was trading at $7. It's currently at $3.43. A lot of people who use this exchange, this app, this application, a lot of major players have positive things to say about Voyager. Obviously, all of its circulating supply is already out there, so you don't have to worry about any of that. Fully diluted equals the full market cap. This project, I mean, you could download this app, but it's got a good reputation. This one could be a decent play for a lot of people. I mean, you can download the app. It's got a real world use case featured on Bloomberg, Fortune, CoinDesk, Investopedia. It's funny. People think they talk about SafeMoon like I'm going to... Oh, yeah, I've been bullish on Vertcoin since it was at around 20 cents. Vertcoin had a moment here recently. Like I said, I bought maybe I put like a couple $100 into it back in December, and I was just like, well, we'll see where it goes. But Vertcoin went up to, here recently, went up to, I want to say like $2. Yeah, it went up to $2.55, sitting at $1.37. This was just recently. But when I bought it in December, where was it? Let me see. It was like down here. I was like, dude, I don't really see too much downside to this because, when you see projects running flat like that, it's either they just stay flat or they pump, right? So I bought around here and then it went up to $2.55 and I was like, man, I knew I should have put more than just a couple $100 into it, but I turned that couple $100 into a couple thousand, but I still hold it. The reason I buy it is because it's an MIT project, and that's basically the epicenter for blockchain and cryptocurrency, all the digital assets out here in the U.S. MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. I love saying that. Someone said, absolutely smash the likes. And we do. We have 230 people absolutely pound that like button. How to invest as a beginner? Well, we've got videos on this channel. If you guys go to the homepage, I know people who charge $500 for courses that, in my opinion, are not even as quality as this. This guy was charging $500 for the exact same information I'm giving away for free right here. Crypto training videos. And I'm not just saying that, but I'm saying, like, I watch his videos. He's got like 2-year-old videos in his course. He's like, how to buy IOTA. And I'm like, how to buy IOTA? I watched the video. It was like from 2018. I'm like, actually, it's 3 years old by now. But how to get started in cryptocurrency strategy for beginners in 2021, best crypto wallets, exchanges, do's and don'ts of investing, how to do research. And so you go watch all these one a day. How not to get wrecked in cryptocurrency. What is staking crypto? How to use Uniswap. How to take profits. What is market cap? And you can subscribe to this channel, and we talk about many of those things over and over again because, these talking points come up over and over again. Actually, one of the top 2 videos on this channel overall, warning, do not invest in these crypto projects. We talk about rug pulls, and then also best cryptocurrency exchanges for U.S. citizens. So free right there on the homepage, crypto training videos. You just go to the homepage. And let's see here. Let's take a look at the market because we haven't taken a look here in about 20-30 minutes. Bitcoin is not looking too hot right now. What's likely going to happen is it's going to have a massive, this is something that's possible. It'll have a real catastrophic moment where it'll break down, and then at some point there will be big buyers swooping in, and it could swing. You could see... seeing Bitcoin swing 10,000, 20,000 in a day, it can happen. So what I'm saying is you could watch Bitcoin go to 44 and pump all the way back up into 55, 56, maybe even 60. You could. I mean, we saw Doge had a 400% run up. If Bitcoin had something similar to a 400% run up, and Doge is a high cap. I mean, it's $36 billion. Bitcoin's at $1 trillion, but when you're talking institutional wealth, you could see that kind of volume come swinging in. Okay, that buy pressure. So they're trying to force selling pressure. That's what I think is going on. And as I said previously in the video, I think the odds of us going up are 3 to 1. So what I'm saying is I think there's a 75% chance we stay bullish, 25% chance we go bearish. Those numbers can fluctuate over time given certain signals. Okay, but Bitcoin support, as we know, right now in the short term, from a technical standpoint, support is going to be around about, well, actually, you could say it's around 52. No, maybe lower, 51. If we break 51, 50, somewhere around there, that would be something that would be breaking support at one of the key support levels. And then the next one from there is that $43,000, $44,000 range. So if we break that one, we'd have to be looking at that one, but I would anticipate a lot of buying pressure around here. You will have some sellers panicking, but you should have a lot of buyers forcing themselves into the market at that point. But we'll see. Someone said Doge needs use case. I did hear they were building an ecosystem around Doge that might even include smart contract. Can someone verify that? Because I don't know for sure. Cycle Top says we topped out. Stop being in denial, says Renee. It's not that I'm in denial. It's that I'm also trying to be pragmatic. And you think we topped out. Well, where are you getting that data? I mean, you don't think that. So what are you saying? We're going into a bear cycle for the next year or two? Is that what you're suggesting? Because people say the next bull run is 2024. Someone said I needed to dip to 43. But do you think there'll be buyers at 43 if the sentiment is that bearish? Because then they're catching a falling knife. No one wants to catch a falling knife. And there will be people out there telling you to buy the dip even when it goes to, certain levels. But for me, I think the best play with me for Bitcoin probably is just hold. Hold. As far as the low cap stuff, I would say if Bitcoin starts falling out and bringing the whole market with it, sell your low cappers. Sell your low cappers. That would be my advice. Don't hold your low cappers because the low cappers bleed down hard. Like a $30 million market cap could bleed down to under $1 million in a full blown bottom. I'm not a supporter of. Okay, so he says doesn't want to talk about SafeMoon. Hey, seriously, are you a supporter of the World Economic Forum or throwing it out as an example of legitimacy? So the central banks, the IMF, International Monetary Fund, the World Economic Forum, they do run the policy. That's like saying you don't have to agree with the president to respect the office or understand that that's the authority, right? You don't have to agree with the governor of your state or the mayor to respect the office, right? So whether I agree with the World Economic Forum or not, or like them, they are the authority essentially when it comes to monetary policy. So when it comes to the authority, you have to respect the authority because they write the rules. So whether I like them or not doesn't really matter because they're the ones who are in charge. It's kind of like, we could get into all sorts of different government institutions and talk about that. But if you talk about the UN and all these different things, I mean, it's a whole rabbit hole to go down, and pretty much the average Joe's on the outside looking in, no matter what we do. Well, so with SafeMoon, no, what I'm saying is if they were to have a really important meeting with someone who they're trying to persuade to invest in their technology or invest in their platform to legitimize it, they would need to put their best foot forward and appear professional. And I was concerned if they actually have that that ability. They would have to bring in like a CEO. You know, typically what happens is the founders eventually get faded out because they bring in a CEO, right? They try to do that to Steve Jobs back in the 90s, where Steve Jobs lost his role as the CEO of Apple. And then in the 90s, he goes to work for Pixar, creates Pixar, does some amazing things. And then they're like, whoa, we're lost without Steve. So then they bring in Steve again. And then Steve brings back the iPod. He brings the iPhone. He brings the iPad. He brings back the iMac and all these big things. But usually that's the way that corporations roll, is if you're the founder, you might be a little bit of a mess for the bureaucracy that they're going to need to move at that level. So they'll bring in the bureaucrats, and the bureaucrats are not the founders. They could never be the founders. So you have like these startup guys, and then they get wedged out. Kind of like what's happening with Coinbase and the IPO. Brian Armstrong sold out a lot of his company. A lot of the founders of Coinbase sold out, and the way they sold out was through the stock market. And so now you're going to have these institutions that are going to come in. They're going to have more say over what's going on with Coinbase, and it's going to be bottom line centric. You saw the same thing that happened with Facebook, whereas, you know, when Facebook went public, Zuck, whatever he was doing before, had to go out the window, and they had to figure out how to make money. They did the same thing to Google. So when Wall Street steps in, they appoint the bureaucrats. And so what I'm saying is, with these SafeMoon guys, as a $4 billion market cap, fully diluted market cap, they've got to be able to play the part to be able to sell to the bureaucrat dream. Otherwise, it's just a hyped up coin that's not going to succeed. But I mean, if you look at SafeMoon from a chart, I don't know what I know that there's a huge community around it. I think they said they had 1 million wallets, but there was people who were chasing this pump, and this is what newbies do. We know about this. They chase the pump, and then the dump happened, and now they're caught up in it, and they're like, oh my God, what just happened? And it just keeps kind of getting worse for them. And people are honestly a little bit concerned that it's going to retrace back down to this level, and a lot of people are going to get liquidated out of their position. So, and like I was saying, if the market sentiment does become bearish, you'll probably want to abandon your low cap coins, because those will be the ones that will get drained the most. So in this position where we're at right now, it's either low caps are going to go way up in a bull market setting if we keep going up, or they're going to get drained out in a bear market, and that eventually washes a lot of them out, and only the strong survive and become the next Chainlink. I'll give you an example. So if we look back into 2018, when Chainlink first came out, right? So let's see, is this Chainlink? So Chainlink, for a long time in 2018, you could have got Chainlink for 56 cents, and it was as low as 35 cents at one point in May, right? And it was really, by many standards, a low cap. On its top end, it was $1.17, and then it bled down to 25 cents actually. And for a long time, it was just down in the dumps. And then around about middle summer of 2019, it pumped a little bit. Then it retraced. Then it really found some legs in the summer of 2020, went all the way up to 16, and then dropped back down to 9. And now it's currently sitting at 36. But there was a point in time where, you know, when the low caps went down, this one appeared dead in the water. I mean, if if you're a hunter, it's playing dead. This Chainlink was playing dead for, let's see, it comes out October 11th, 2017, doesn't have any real price action until 2 years later. Okay? So a year and a half later. And that's kind of, if you're willing to get into these low cappers and really wait it out, but in a bear market, those just don't hold their value, straight up. Thanks to 253 people. Hit the like if you're just tuning in and you haven't hit the like, please do that. We're at 1 hour and 24 minutes into this live. Welcome all the new subscribers. We are at peak concurrence of 456 viewers right now, and for this channel, that is one of the all-time highs for live viewings right now. So obviously, I need to know I need to go live more at 7 p.m. my time, which is Mountain Standard Time, because this is where everyone's tuning in. Let us know in the comments where everyone's watching from. Someone said, I don't know about ESS. It's one I jumped into without doing homework. Haven't looked at it, what it's doing. We'll take a look at ESS. We mentioned them yesterday. We were kind of concerned with their lack of communication. Here recently, they went as high as, what, 2 cents? Right? Let's take a look at if they did any tweeting today. No, still no. Oh, here we go. We renewed our roadmap. See the overall overview of our new goals to stay updated with direction we're taking. Great. I can like that. I can get down with that. Let's see. So where we're at today. There is no secret that the last few weeks we've been actively working on our own DeFi-oriented services. This includes the first version of the DeFi dashboard with yield farming. Okay, so it looks like they're active behind the scenes, borrowing, lending, but I don't see anything too amazing coming out. A lot of users have asked to implement the dark theme of the desktop app. Cool, but I can get a dark theme. I mean, I'm just saying, I mean, here's a dark theme. And this app doesn't sell, you know, they're not even, they don't have a governance coin or anything. Not trying to talk smack, but I'm saying, like, if that's a key talking point, I don't know. DeFi dashboard V2, desktop, lending V1, voting center, mobile apps, extended functionality, identity management. They're saying to join their Telegram channel. Again, what we're really looking for in these low cappers is innovation. Innovation's easier said than done. So it's not easy to get innovation, but I see people tuning in from Antarctica, I bet. Northern California. Okay, we got, where is everyone else tuning in from? And what do you think of Trias? I did look at Trias yesterday, and I thought it was a decent looking project. I think I added it to my watch list. Yeah, I did. I added it to my watch list because it was such a low cap project. And actually, it hasn't had any real price action yet, which is something that I like, because I'm always one of those guys who likes to get in early. I like to get in early. I like to beat everyone else to it, because that's when I've made the most money. You know, chasing a pump, it usually leads to a dump. It never really works out for me. And I've done it. I still do it. It's just I know better than to do that. So something like this, yeah, this one was... Is this a coin? Yeah, it's a coin. Unbelievable. Well, it says it's a coin, but it's got an Ethereum contract. So I could pick it up on KuCoin. Something like this, I probably would pick up this, but I needed to do a little more research. But trustworthy and reliable, intelligent, autonomous systems. I think this one's AI. Isn't it? What did it have? I'd have to look a little bit deeper. Someone said they're dying to hear my thoughts on Polkadex. Oh gosh. Well, let's take a look so you don't die over there. Polkadex. Yeah, I'm glad you gave that super chat for that, because I actually needed to check up on super chat. It's like Moonbeam. The only one that I might check on that's got the words moon or safe in it would be Moonbeam. But it's, you know, I should stick to my own advice. But Polkadex, this thing's flat. This thing's flat, man. Just hit the market. Let's see. These guys could be a leader in the Polkadot ecosystem. I'm really bullish on Polkadot. There's no if and or buts about it. Polkadot is probably my. I mean, if you look at the channel, if you look at Blockchain Bullz, and you look at what I said about Polkadot many moons ago, Polkadot, I've stuck to my same comment that I've said when I first made this. Polkadot, the best investment for 2021. And I said this December 28th, 2020. And we'll take a look at what the price was when it first was made. It was at $6.14. And the reason I said it was my best, so it was at $6.14. What's Polkadot at right now? Let's take a look. I think it's at like 34. It's been as high as, it's at 33. So, and the reason I like this one is it's a legitimate coin. It's in the top. So I was grateful to get the gains out of it that I got, and I'm still holding. I stake it on one of my favorite exchanges, Kraken. So it's staked over there. 12% APY. I've made like, I don't know how many coins. But Polkadot still is, I'm still just as bullish as I was. And this is a top tier project, right? This is not, you know, a low cap or lotto ticket. This is, you know, they're still in the top 10. I think this one right here, I'm still most bullish on Polkadot. And so whenever someone asks me in my family or friends, they say, which one do you recommend? I always say, well, have you checked out Polkadot? And they always say, well, where do I buy it? I just say, get it on crypto.com. Get it on crypto.com. That's what I say. And you asking me how high I think Polkadot can go? Obviously not professional financial advice, but I could give you some references that I've said previously. 3 months ago, I said it could go up to $150, and that was basically doing the math this way. So I haven't done the math this way for a while, but basically, let's give it the Ethereum market cap, 275. So if it just reaches the Ethereum market cap of 275 billion, currently sitting at 30 billion, 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, 210, 240, 270. So we're talking 9x from here. So 9x from here would put us at around what? Somewhere around like $200 to $300 per Polkadot. In a bull market scenario, long term, you could be looking at a $200 to $300 Polkadot based on just giving it that market cap. Some people think that Polkadot's better. So we're talking 9x from here. Is that guaranteed? No, absolutely not. That's just simply forecasting based on what we see with ETH. Now, by that time, you would assume that ETH would be a $1 trillion market cap. Bitcoin would be pushing, I don't know, 2 or 3 trillion probably, assuming that it still maintains its position as the big dog in the house. So we'll see. Someone says they're also dying because I haven't looked at Multivac. With a name like Multivac, wow. What am I missing on? Now we'll take a look. MTV. It's got the MTV, huh? If you guys want me to keep going, hit the like button. We have 448 peak concurrent viewers and 275 likes. If we go over 300, I will definitely keep going. We're an hour and 32 minutes into this live feed. I definitely feel at this point like I am working. But I'm having fun. I'm having fun. Let's see here. Soul? Did I miss your super chat on Soul? Let me see. I'm scrolling up. I did miss yours, Pink Dog. You're right. Multivac. Pioneering flexible blockchain platform based on trusted sharding. Dude, don't ever shard. Shard. Oh man, their partners, Anchor. Business partners. Hey, this is a legit, they got some legit partners here. I'll have to look into this a little bit more, but pretty good market cap too. Someone said Soul. Is that Phantasma or Crypto Soul? What's the difference between Crypto Soul and Phantasma? Whoa, that thing is low. Dude, is this real? Is this safe to look at? What? That's extremely low. If someone ever tried to pump that coin, like if Wall Street Bets got together and said, "Hey guys, we're gonna come together as a community and pump up a project," they could easily pump this thing. Easily. 500. It's $500,000 market cap. That thing could easily move. And it looks pretty decent. I don't know. I mean, I don't know why it's so low. Crypto Dragons? Maybe I should just like put a full Ethereum into this. just I don't see it going any lower. I don't see this thing going any lower. Like low downside. Well, I guess it could go lower. It could go lower. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Can you check Cub DeFi? Cub DeFi. Cub DeFi. Is that a thing? All right, get Cub DeFi. Yeah, I can't check something that doesn't exist. Sorry. Like I was telling you guys, someone said if they're new to crypto, what do I recommend? I just told you guys basically earlier, and I can restate it. If you guys are new to cryptocurrency and you're trying to learn about cryptocurrency, go onto the homepage here where it says crypto training videos. We have a whole course. Like I said, someone is charging $500 for this kind of information that I'm giving away for free on this page. It's not that I'm trying to take away from his market or anything like that. It's just, why not get, I mean, I got it. It's there. I'll just, hey, it's on my channel. It's not like I'm necessarily giving it away for free because the ads will show on it. But he's charging $500 for it. How to get started in cryptocurrency strategy for beginners, best crypto wallet, the best crypto exchanges for U.S. citizens, investing do's and don'ts, how to research altcoins. And the thing about his class, he's got videos in his class from 2017, 2018. All this stuff is like relevant to now. It's not old material. So if you guys are new and you wanted that information, there you go. That's where you find it. Silo? Oh man, Silo. Let me take a look. All right, we went over 300 likes. I'll keep going. Although I did get a couple calls. Silo. Give me some coins that I can actually look up on CoinMarketCap. Don't give me these projects that are like so off the beaten path that I can't even look them up. Good video. I spent the entire night watching it, and now I have to go work. Will subscribe. Thanks from the UK, says David. Thanks, David. Nice to have you. CubDefi.com. It exists. Let me take a look. Cub DeFi. Is this on Binance Smart Chain? No, I mean, I want to do that, but it's got to be legit. Like, there's got to, like, in order to be legit here, you got to have, I mean, come on. You guys could also follow me on Twitter. I pinned it to the top here, Blockchain Bullz and Blockchain J on Twitter if you guys want to follow me. What did I say today? Bitcoin dominance going below 30%. We talked about that on the last video. I can mention it again here. If you guys don't know what Bitcoin dominance is at, 50%. Last time it went to around 30%, which, as you know, the Bitcoin dominance is on a downtrend, which is good for altcoins, not good for Bitcoin, unless we keep pumping capital in. But there is a chance that we are headed bearish, and we all knew that was possible at any time, and there's nothing that you or I can do to stop it, because there's market makers and whales who will do as they need, and they will take profits when needed. And that's how they are. Cub Finance. Okay, so why did they say Cub DeFi? So I'll look one more time. There it is, Cub Finance. Man, fully diluted market cap -3. What the heck? And I knew it. It's on Binance Smart Chain. I could. You guys got to know your tickers. You got to know your tickers. If you're going to shill something, know your ticker and know how this stuff works, because just saying go to a .com, no YouTuber is just going to go on there and do that, because they need to follow the steps. So if you do that on another channel, just make sure you know to use the proper lingo. Okay, this is another. For every one of these websites, there's 10 others. There's nothing unique about this. They're not solving any problems. They're just existing, riding the coattails of PancakeSwap and the other dexes that are out there, it looks like. I hope for your case it goes up, but there's not much that could be said about it unless the team is like geniuses. If the team's geniuses, you're going to make a lot of money. I mean, and you have to realize, like, people are now aware that Binance Smart Chain is got a lot of scammy projects in there. Like if you were a scammy cryptocurrency project, you were basically unchecked allowed to get into Binance Smart Chain. And then what I envision is going to happen is now that they've got some momentum behind them, now Binance Smart Chain will probably clean it up and make sure that they vet them, because they did the same thing with the when they created their exchange. They weren't letting just anyone on there after some time, but when they first started, you know, anyone who was really applying to Binance was getting a listing for a really good price or a really good deal, and then they kind of tightened up a little bit. So I would imagine Binance Smart Chain will do the same thing, but they needed to get their ecosystem some tread, although it's not left a good taste in people's mouths. But then again, they had to do what they had to do to build up. But right now, I mean, Bitcoin, man, it's hard right now. It's hard. If we continue downtrending for another week, it's going to be, I mean, in 2000, I don't know. I don't really want to speculate here because people will take it as FUD. But you know, you can look at it how you want. But I still think 75% chance we're still bullish. 25% we're headed bearish. But I could even go to 85% bullish and 15% bearish. But we'll see. Right now, I'm exercising on the side of caution when it comes to that. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I got to run. It's been an hour and 40 minutes. Thanks to everyone who tuned in. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Thank you to all the continued subscribers. Make sure to turn on that bell, and we'll do this again, and I look forward to seeing all you guys again.